Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back for another deck profile here. I had a couple people comment and ask me to do this deck profile. It was one I was already going to do anyway, so I kind of moved it to the front of the list. I have like a kind of like a slot of regimens that I want to keep rolling out on the channel. Some very creative, maybe people won't like it. Others might. Just kind of refreshing stuff. This one's just kind of very standard, but I have some. I don't like the term spice or the the fucking hot text or any of that shit. It's just I just think cards that are really good that work well with the archetype. You know what I mean? And this is the Phantom Knight Orcust list. So deck's very good. Rusty's insane. I will show a combo video at the end of this. Just this is like one of the easiest. Like the reason I like this deck is because the combo in this deck is just Girsu, and then you have 4 of the cards in hand if you go first. So also a bunch of playtesting with this. You can actually do the combo going second a lot of the time, even if you don't open Girsu, because the amount of extenders in this deck are insane. But without further ado, guys, let's get into it. So, fucking Orcust. Orcust's been like one of my favorite decks for a while. I've always loved machines as a kid growing up. Bandit Keith. Big shout out to Bandit Keith. So 3 Girsus. This is only the main real normal summon in the deck. I actually don't. I don't play the scrap package in this build. Just because I feel like this build you want to get locked into darks a lot earlier because you play a lot more dark monsters, so you don't even care about getting locked into darks. I really do like the scrap package though, as you've seen with the Machina Orcust list. But I actually really I'm kind of surprised at how this list turned out through testing. Tested for about I want to say 3 or 4 days online and a little bit in person too. So. So 3 Girsu, most important card in the deck, other than Orcust Nightmare. And like I said in past videos, my whole life is a nightmare. So that I think 3 is the correct ratio. I know there was some people think 3 is too much. For this list, I think it's absolutely just the tits. You know what I mean? I don't know why you'd ever play 2 anymore without if Harp was. God, can we just get Harp back, dude? Harp would be so fucking good, but it is what it is, I guess. And then 2 Symbol Skeletons. In this list, 2 is definitely the norm. I'm actually playing 42 in this list because I play so many extenders that I don't think the numbers. If you play when I was playing, I started with 44. No, I started with 45, and then I went to 42. And I like the number a lot because it seemed to be working out very well. Not only with the math, but just how cards came across. It was very good. Still double wand. Sometimes with 1, 2, I still think 2 of this and 2 of Skeleton's good. Except for in the Machina Orcust list, I still think that list is fucking insane. This is just kind of a new take on it with the old boy Rusty. Whoa, Rusty. I do love Rusty. The card's fucking insane. Plus, some people consider Skeleton and normal summon. That just fucking I don't understand. Also, this is the only the old Brass Bombies, dude. Brass Bombard, 2 Brass Bombard I think is correct. Because Forbidden Droplet's a card. Also, Dangers are a card. But the utility this card brings along is kind of insane. You can even if you open Girsu, you can just normal summon this, and then you can even, if you go second, make the relinquish link 1, take a guy, then banish him from graveyard, summon Girsu, and then it's basically the same combo wombos, except for you can't link cross. But and then the most insane extender outside of the dangers in the deck is 3 Jester Confit. So I want to talk about this card for a second. So. There's with the combo I'm going to show you, it's just Girsu, right? If you open Jester Confit and if you open a few other cards, not other cards, but ways, there's a certain number of ways that you can do it with even Girsu getting impermed or Veilered or whatever the fuck. But This card's fucking absolutely insane. You can special summon as many number of times per turn. You just can't control multiple copies of it. You always special in attack mode. It's level 1. You make the Relinquished Link 1. You know what I mean? Link Rebo. You know, shit like that. This card's fucking insane. Also, one thing I did want to point out, something I haven't tested yet. It was very gimmicky. But this has 0 defense. So does Girsu. And the original thought too was the so does Sneck, Dangerous Sneck, and then there was a few other cards we had in the list that had 0 defense. So you can play like Reoccurring Nightmare. I don't suggest it. It's pretty gimmicky. Just a point to fucking note it. I don't play it, but it's, you know, it's cool, I guess. But I just really like Reoccurring Nightmare. And then for the dangers, I think dangers are actually probably just fucking tits. Like I feel like every Orcust list should be playing dangers. Obviously, one of each of the homeboys, and then the Mothman. So the triple Mothman. Mothman is just so. This card has just absolutely carried me sometimes. Like sometimes I'll be like, wow, if I didn't have this Mothman, this would have been not that great. It would have been good, but it wouldn't have been fucking like, wow, this is full combo. This card just leads you into, because you need the. I was testing Bigfoot and Thunderbird because I think a lot of the time, you know, losing the die roll is kind of bad, but with Orcust, sometimes it's good enough, like because you can, like, because of Droplet or, you know, tactical talent, triple tactical talent, stuff like that. You don't really care as much because of those cards. Those cards are definitely the centerpiece of the deck, but if you lose the die roll, it just makes it a lot easier to play. But yeah, dude, Mothman's just got me into the skinny deep waters with it. But then one Gizmek, still card's just absolutely insane. I was actually playing online too, and like I played against zombies, which I really love zombies. Zombies is one of my favorite. But like they negated the Gizmek. And I ended up tactical talenting the Baldrock, the Ballardrach, whatever you want to call it. And then these two just hard make ding. These are both level 8s, but I thought that was interesting. And then I do play the one Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight's just kind of like Gear Suit, except for it doesn't make the token. I was actually playing the Rhoda and the Greffer as well. I decided to cut them. It's something I'm actually going to test further into the future, because I want to make a build based around those cards. Not those, but like the Warrior Engine is just so fucking just. I still don't know how it sold's a card either, so. You know, so there's that. But like in Orcust, the Warrior Engine is just Rhoda, Greffer, Armageddon Knight. You know what I'm talking about, so. And the PKs, the Phantom Knights, whoa. And then the Boots and Cloak. I think these are, you know, these are pretty standard for the Phantom Knights engine. I'm actually kind of tired of this card. Like if I never drew this, like I'm only playing this. Like I don't want to say this card's bad, because it's not bad at all. You just have to have an X amount of extenders to make this card better, because like you'll Rusty send this, right, to set the rank up card, and then you'll banish this to add the boots. And then when you do the combo, you'll have a Link Cross token in this, and you'll special it. And if you don't have any extenders, which if you open the Girsu, you'll have 4 other cards, so you'll have an extender. But a lot of the time, you just don't need this part. You can just send this with Rusty to set the rank up, and then banish this to add the Fog Blade. Like this card just kind of, you know, whatever. But you need it in case you draw this, so you don't, you know, the Rusty is a main part of the deck. And then the last card, I'm kind of indifferent on this. The fucking Breaksword dude, not Breaksword, Jesus Christ, the Dragon Buster, yeah. You know, standard Union Hanger, Union Carrier play, you know. The thing about this is I actually, when I was testing online a lot, I actually did this, I only Buster locked, like, I want to say 5 times in like probably 45 matches. Like it wasn't like insane, and it wasn't like the corner piece of the combo, but you know, I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about this. I kind of want this to be a Dark Greffer sometimes, but You know, 'cause sometimes you draw it and it's just not great, but that's what it is, dude. So, you know, just something to think about. You can actually cut that in this deck. I obviously don't play Dragoons. I was testing Dragoons in this list, and there was just no need for it because you don't want to add more bricks for less of a payoff, because the combo with Girsu is actually just ridiculous. Like, it's just kind of like, wow, like I didn't, you know, like it's something like not a lot of people know exist. So I'll also do a follow-up with this. I'm going to test the code breaker stuff in here as well, because the link cross is still legal. So I'm going to play with it as long as I can. Woo! Obviously 3 allure. Allure's pretty standard, you know. This is 42 cards. I think I mentioned that. And then 3 forbidden droplet. Just the fucking card's insane. Like, when I lose die rolls and I just open this, I'm just like, cool, just fucking whatever. I fucking played against a Dark World, I know this sounds like, oh dude, that's not meta, Dark World fucking Danger deck or whatever. The dude, I sat there and played against this guy for 12 minutes, and he ended with 3 cards left in his deck, and I just dropleted the Appaloosa, the fucking 3 of his 4 guys, and then just won. And he was just like, and I was like, yeah, that's just fucking, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, this card just does, it also beats Dragoons. That's why, like, I think, like, this deck's stronger against Dragoons. Also, Orcust in general just kind of beats Dragoons, because you can just kind of bait out the Dragoons, and then you can just ding it off the board. So, you know, that is what it is. And then 2 tactical talents. I was playing 3. 3 was a little cloggy for me. I would definitely side the 3rd. I just think 2 was the correct ratio for this deck, after testing for just hours with this. So, you know, I do have a set of these. If I was side decking, I would side the 3rd copy. And then obviously the Babel, this card's just insane. The Return, and then the for the PK cards, you know, the rank up card. This card's absolutely insane. Even if you hard draw this a lot of the time, you don't even care, because the whole deck is like a 1 to 2 card combo, depending on how your extenders go. Or you just draw Girsu and they don't stop it, and then you just win anyways. And then 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Called by the Grave. That's also pretty standard. Also, the Called by the Grave, I think, is better than the 3rd tactical talents, in my opinion. And then for the traps, the Fogblade and the Crescendo. Crescendo is insane, absolutely just ridiculous. And then for the extra deck, we got the old. A lot of this is very. There's a couple cards you can cut, and I'll show you which ones. Like, depending on how you want to play the deck, you can play it that way. Let me get one more smoke out here, boys, if you don't mind. Whoa. Because I still got to do the combo. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but doing the combos upside down, if you ever try to combo yourself upside down while you're drinking, it's kind of fucking hard, so I apologize for any misplays. This video, there won't be, because I already know how this deck works. Absolutely, completely. And I'm not sauce's piss. 1 Linkuriboh, this card's very important. You need this all the time. 1 Link Cross, it's still legal, also part of the combo. I'm kind of surprised it's still legal, but, you know, there's that. And then the 2 Galatea. I was testing 3 of these. The 3rd one, I think, only came up 1 game, and it was just because I was grindy, and it was against the mirror match, and then 1 game against the dinosaurs. The 3rd one came up. It didn't matter because he had the nuts, and then I did play against dinos again, and the 3rd one came up, but I had the Rusty to pop, so he didn't have the Miscellaneousaurus. So also the Barricade Board Blocker. This card's really insane. Also, you need it for the combo. The Girsu combo. Also, one thing that's very nice about this card is it can just be a discard outlet for your hand if you don't draw like droplets or something. Because a lot of the times, like with the amount of Orcust you play, you want to sometimes just be like, oh, I just want this in the graveyard. Excuse me, and you know what I'm talking about. So, when you go through the combo, you'll just be like, oh, dude, summon, discard. You know what I mean? Plus, it protects Babel. So, 1 IP. IP is very good. This is the card I was talking about, where like if you do the cloak into the boots, and then you have another extender when you special the boots, you can just use the extender and the boots into this under the rusty, and then you have an extra disruption including the combo, which obviously I'll show the combo. Like I said, this combo is just kind of fucking absurd to me. And then the Union Carrier for the Buster. And then utility, the Nightmare Phoenix card's always insane. Also, it's a different attribute for access code. The Unicorn, you can make this on your turn. You can make it on their turn with IP. This card's fucking insane. It's also dark, so. And then the old boy Rusty. Super glad this is good. I mean, legal. Not good, but it is good. It's insane. It's going to be back for a while because we get the new Phantom Knights cards coming out, but also they're secret rare. So, you know, there's that, of course. Still kind of wild to me out that this card's like $2. I don't know how this hasn't got bought out yet. You know, there's only one copy of it, or there's only one printing of it, so, you know. And then for the Rank 4s, the Boral Sword and the access code. The Boral Sword I've actually only summoned twice, so, you know, you can probably flex this out. Same with the Union Carrier, you can flex that out. Access code's always good, just basically for the attack damage, the push, the pop, the, you know. And then for the Exceeds, the two Dings. Dingirsu, dude, is just... That card's so insane to me. I also, a few times, one dude DD crowed it, and then I wanted it back, I think is what happened, and I was just like, woo! But, you know, what if I just lit my beard on fire when I said that? It was sick. And then the Calamities, dude, for the rank up, because you rank the Ding Boy into this, which is part of the combo. So there's that. So yeah, dude, I'll show you the combo real quick. Let me separate the cards. If you don't mind, give me one momento. Also, it's kind of weird how many cards it goes through for just one card. Like, it's just like... also, if the one thing I like about Jester Confid is you can just, you know, you can use it as the extender for the Link Rebo if you already have like the pitch for Nightmare. So that's just something to keep in mind. But you know, all right. I think this is all I need. All right. So Field Center. You see all here, babe?
Yep.
All right. So you summon the old boy. Effect. Send the Nightmare to graveyard. Okay. So I'm gonna try and keep this in the shot. Effect. Both players get tokens. One thing too I wanted to note, in testing, you can either make the token here, or sometimes, which I actually got no material, which it's kind of funny. You can actually put the up here, so you can make Galatea here pointing to the token, and if they don't have like a link or something to get rid of this, which I'm sure they do, but it can't be destroyed by battle, just something to know. It's kind of niche, but they just put it here in case I want to relinquish take it. But and then the token will turn into the Karibo. Then these two turn into Galatea. You still see this, babe?
Yeah.
And then Galatea, you don't do anything with it. You just link it off for Link Cross. Link Cross effect, get 2 tokens. Let's put these here and here. You still see over here, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we'll just do that. And then this is when you bring back the Link Rebo. Attribute off the token. So, you know, just wherever, it doesn't fucking matter. And then these two, you can see the Barricade Blocker, and then this is right here is what I'm talking about, where like you could, if you need a discard outlet, here is where you can just be like, oh dude, discard, and then you just have a free, you know, Orcust monster or whatever you want to do. And then here is where you do the you lock yourself into dark, smash the Nightmare, target, and send the skeleton to graveyard, and then skeleton will vanish to summon back the Galatea. Galatea's effect will shuffle back the Nightmare. you know, like I'm saying, if this is game 1 and you don't think they're playing Dark Ruler, obviously you also need Babel for the combo. So, you know, however you want to take that, but you could, you know, if like, you know, game 2 or whatever, if they make you go first or you lost game 1 or whatever, you could always get the counter trap for the Dark Ruler. But yeah, so you get Babel, set Babel, activate Babel, and then here is where you make the Dingirsu. Make the Dingirsu. I like to obviously move it over. And then you attach the skeleton. And then you make these two, since this is a dark link 2, make the Ding and the Barricade into Rusty Boy. And also, this placement of this token doesn't really matter. I guess I should have put it over here, but once again, doing this upside down is, you know, something. So, because the token actually gets tributed off for the Link Rebo on their turn, so it's fine. So now you should do the old Rusty, and then here's where I talk about the dilemma between these two. So if you have an extender, you can make the IP. You're definitely sending the cloak. Okay, so let's say you do have an extender, right? Or let's say you don't. Yeah, you know, let's say you have an extender. Okay, so you send the cloak. You'll set the rank up card. Okay. And then you would banish the cloak to add the boots. And then this is where you would special summon the boots since you control this. And then if you had an extender, you would link this off and the extender for an IP right here. But, you know, for this combo, we don't need that, so we would just dump this. We'll just pretend this is here. Set that, and then you would banish this to add the Fog Blade. So that's what I'm talking about, the dilemma between these two. If you have the extender, obviously it's a 1-card combo, so you have 4 other cards, so you would have the combo. So, alright, so you have this. Obviously, this is your back row. So then, you know, this doesn't look like anything, right? So then, their turn, you hit the main phase. You do the, once they start playing, you banish the skeleton, right? Supposed to summon Ding. Dingirsu and Rusty will trigger. Rusty will target and pop a card. Ding will send a card, non-targeting, of course. And then you use the rank up, and you rank up the Ding into Calamities. And then, so now, off of 1 card, you have 2 pops. Let's pop and ascend. You have Calamities, which you can use effect. You have a Fog Blade, and you have 4 other cards in there. And they have a token. So, you know, so it's kind of just, you know, hey, dude, effect. But, you know, dude, it's just combos like that that are just like, you know, like 1 card, you know, makes this. Also, this would be the, you tribute off the other token to get the Link Rebo back, just in case they ever max you, dude. One dude ever maxed me and attacked this, and I was like, Link Rebo, and he was just like, oh, and then replayed and then passed it, and I was like, whoa, but I didn't have this, but you know what I'm talking about. So, you know, and then obviously next turn you have 4 other cards in hand, so you're pretty good, dude. So yeah, that's the combo, guys. Just 1 card, insane. I hope they don't ban Girsu or fucking Calamities anytime soon. I know Girsu won't go, but Calamities might at some point, you know. But yeah, dude. So thanks for watching my video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. The giveaway, I actually figured out what I'm doing, so next video you'll hear something about that. It's gonna be good. But I appreciate it, guys. Make sure you peep the scene. Cheers.